What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of the CubCast Daily, our new daily news section we are running here on the channel, exploring different discussions, articles, topics, breakdowns, lists when they are available, and a ton of other bits as well, which I'm very, very excited to do today. Honestly, this year has been a sensational one for the channel. The growth that we have seen primarily through this section and the reaction videos is on a different planet to anything that I ever expected, so I do want to say thank you before we do get started on this video to everyone who is subscribing, everyone who's getting involved, and more than anything else, everyone who is just helping the channel grow. Whether that be through liking or commenting or subscribing, or whether it be through sharing a video on social media, or even just by watching. Honestly, you guys mean the absolute world to me, and the amount of subscribers and viewership we've been able to build over this last year is frankly outstanding. I did never expect this to be a thing. I never expected this to go from being a sort of passion project I started during lockdown to being essentially my full-time job, which is absolutely crazy. So thank you to each and every one of you for giving me the opportunity. I cannot thank you all enough. If you are new, do make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page. Of course, turning notifications on as well, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. Now, today, we're going to be looking at a very exciting graphic that I have seen popping up all over Twitter today. I've done a little bit of research into it, and it's very exciting to break it down. And Spotify have released the highest streamed songs in Nigeria for 2022. Now, as the majority of the people that are subscribed to this channel are based in Nigeria, I thought this would be a really, really cool thing to dive into today. Obviously, a lot of the chart work that I do isn't necessarily based out of Nigeria. A lot of the sort of charts we review tend to be either the UK ones or the US ones, and obviously we come at things from a very UK perspective because that's where I live and it's where I've grown up. So outside of the internet, I always experience these tunes in the dances, and in the dances is where I'm talking to other people that live in the UK. So actually getting to see which tracks have been streamed the most in Nigeria is going to be very, very exciting. There are 10 on this list, and this is part of their sort of international Spotify Wrapped series. I've seen the list, and I can see the list in front of me, but it's going to be very interesting breaking it down and potentially why that is. So we're going to start this list at number 10, as you can see on the right-hand side of the page. Burna Boy, It's Plenty, is the 10th highest stream tune in Nigeria this year. Now, this is a tune that came out towards the end of the year on the Love Domini album. Again, I have no doubts that there will be more Love Domini tracks in this listing. I thought that the second I saw that this list was going to be a thing. Love Domini was a sensational project. Probably the strongest album of the year, if we're being entirely honest, and I love the fact that It's Plenty as a track was something a little bit different. Obviously, it samples a David Guetta tune in regards to the melody that's used, and I just think it's a tune that does inspire a lot of happiness, and we've seen him performing it at shows, and it really does make people get up and dance. So I'm not surprised to see this one in at number 10. It's a tune about celebration, about growth, and it's a tune that does kind of represent Burna Boy's journey, so I think it's a good one to see in at that number 10th position. However, in number 9, this one was a very surprising one for me because I thought it would be higher, and that is Calm Down from Rema. Now, the remix of this tune is the reason I thought it would be a lot higher, but then I got to thinking, obviously the remix features Selena Gomez, so naturally there's a much more, I feel, kind of North and South American pull towards this tune, which is why overall on Spotify it does have more streams than the track that is in first place. But in regards to the Nigerian streams, that makes a lot more sense because a lot of the pull and the viewership of this tune have probably come from the US, the UK, and South America as well. So that kind of makes sense. And again, this is the original rather than the remix. So there we go. Very interesting stuff indeed. Moving up another level, we do go into number 8, and we do see that Spinal Palazzo. Absolutely incredible to see this one in there from ASAKE as well, and it was actually Spinal's posting this that actually made me decide to do a little bit of a video on this because of how cool this list actually is, and I really like this list, primarily because it's dominated by someone which I didn't necessarily expect, and then I thought about it and went, oh, actually that makes sense. But yes, ASAKE and Spinal with Palazzo in number 8 on this list. Again, it's really, really cool to see. I love the fact that ASAKE has been such a, again, sensation this year, coming out of seemingly nowhere, and just absolutely taking over, and obviously having such a Yoruba influence in the way that he kind of enunciates in tunes and things like that. I love it. I think it's such a cool thing to see. Moving into 7th position, we do see a track from the biggest collective right now. We're reviewing a lot of their stuff, and that is Maven's Overloading is now in number 7 for this year. Again, featuring such an incredible array of artists. I love Aira's verse on this. I actually quite like Ladipo's verse on this. Again, Crayon absolutely kills it as well. To be honest, everyone on this tune absolutely kills it, and including that little Boy Spice verse at the end. Crazy to see. Don Jazzy over the intro. Wow. Such a cool kind of collective of people on this one. And again, seeing it in 7th place isn't really a surprise when you think about how big the collective actually is, and how often, I suppose, if you're listening to one of the artists involved, their own solo catalogue, how often this would have probably come on afterwards. It's just a tune that you naturally want to listen to, and again, it has that really cool uplifting feel to it. So there we go. That one in number 7. In number 6 then, he's back again. He is back again, and we do see Terminator from ASAKE sat in number 6. Another huge track that was, again, just huge more than anything else. It was a track that was really, really dominant when it first landed. This is definitely part of that kind of ASAKE wave where people were going, wow, this guy is Mr. Millions. This is Mr. Money with the vibe, the way that he is able to do the numbers that he does. ASAKE sat in at number 6 with that one, but he is also sat in number 5. Again, a huge tune, this one, off the EP which came out earlier on in the year, Omar Ope alongside Olamide. This one, another ASAKE tune who is dominating this list. Crazy to see, and ASAKE is the name that dominates this list, and the reason I originally was thinking, why come it's not a Burner or a Wiz or someone along those lines, and then I kind of remembered a lot of what ASAKE does is in Yoruba, and again, I don't live in Nigeria, so this is a mad assumption, but I assume that's something that people are I suppose would be proud of and would kind of associate with and would want to kind of gravitate towards. So it's really, really cool to see just how popular ASAKE has been this year in Nigeria. Moving up another place then, we do see Finesse from Feels and Buju. Again, I'm very happy to see this tune in there. This is one of my favourite releases of the year. I believe Finesse is, out of the tracks released this year, the 4th highest streaming tune on Spotify for Afrobeats music, I believe, out of tracks that have been solely released this year. So again, really, really cool to see how high that one actually is. And again, a wicked link up. Great to see how busy Feels has been. His new one is absolutely fire. That tune goes by the name Balling. Check out reaction to that one. And also check out our reactions to Finesse as well. We've reacted to everything on this list, so do make sure you are checking out all of the reactions that we have done if you are new to the channel. Moving up then into number 3, Bandana, Fireboy DML. Again, the ASAKE influence is so strong. The guy's dominating more than anything else. Cool to see Fireboy DML making his way onto this list. Again, the album had a kind of mixed reception, but again, he's gone on to perform at the Mobos, perform internationally as well, and this has been a real breakout year on the international level, I feel, for ASAKE, who has been, not for ASAKE, well, for ASAKE, but also for Fireboy DML, who has been absolutely killing it. It's great to see him involved on this list in a number 3rd position for Bandana. I didn't expect that to be in number 3, but it is in number 3. Moving into number 2 then, he's on it again. Peace be unto you, ASAKE. I think a lot of the video for this one, the reason for this one doing as well as it has done, I think might be down to the video, and obviously that link up that we have seen over this year with TG and Mori has been outstanding. Those two are they just work magic together with the sort of sonic and visual elements joining forces so smoothly. Fantastic tune. I absolutely love this one, and it's probably my favorite track off that ASAKE album, and it's great to see just how much he has featured on this list. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the top 10 are ASAKE tunes. Now, I'm sure you have guessed what the number 1 track is on this list. It's pretty obvious because it's the track that's won loads of awards. It's off the biggest selling album of the year, and that is, of course, the one and only Burna Boy with Last, and that does complete the list for the most streamed songs in NAIJA in 2022. Spotify Wrapped, again, we don't need to really go into much detail about this one. Everyone knows what a phenomenon of a tune it has been. Last is one of the biggest anthems of the year. There's no getting away from that. It's a tune that I've loved spinning in the dances. It's also a tune that I've loved playing, and more than anything else, I think it's a tune that does represent Burna's growth. It's a tune that represents how kind of global Burna can take it. Obviously, the Tony Braxton sample in there as well makes a big difference, but overall, a huge tune that has been very exciting to watch, and that does wrap up this list. So there we go. Guys, let me know all of your thoughts on this. Are there any tracks you expected to be in there that weren't in there? Are there any tracks that you are kind of that are in there that you didn't expect to be in there? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, if you did enjoy this video and you are new to the channel, make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And we shall see you all next time. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and peace.
Sounding so good right now, but they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCast TV. Stay locked.